So, as I promised, this is my thoughts about the Black Lives Matter protest. So, my previous video was about the Trump riots. Matter of fact, the Black Lives Matter riots. Let me correct my speech. Let's get things real. You know what I'm saying? Let's be real about this. The Black Lives Matter riots. So, this is what I don't understand about the Black Lives Matter riots. Like, okay, so you guys went to march and protest racial injustices about how black people are treated disproportionately different with cop interactions than white people, or any other race. Okay, cool. I understand that. That happens sometimes. I've been in the tail end of I fit the description of a suspect multiple times, and it didn't go nowhere. I understand that. So, but here's what I don't understand. Why would you go into black neighborhoods to protest about black injustices? Why don't you go to the police's neighborhoods, the legislators who make the laws and put these people in power, and do everything? Why not go to the courthouses and the police stations? All of these places. This is where your fight should begin, not in the hood. And this is my very key point. You go into these neighborhoods and then you fucking destroy them. You fucking destroy them. Place where people eat, buy their clothes, go shopping, restaurants, all the places where black people go. You guys destroyed the community. Destroyed it. Completely and utterly destroyed the black community. That's the most asinine thing I've ever heard of in my life. You went there to protest for black people and end up destroying black people's neighborhoods. You understand where I'm going with this one? That does not make sense. Whatever secret agenda I had, that was it. There was a secret agenda there, clearly, because it wasn't for support of the black community. It's to make yourself look good. Then you got the lady, the woman, a little black woman, screaming, defund the police, defund the police. My eye twitched a little bit. You saw that? My eye keep twitching because is this so stupid? I don't understand it. Defund the police. Why the fuck would you do some stupid shit like that? The number one killer of a black man is another black man. The number one robber of another black man is another black man. You see these shootouts that be happening, niggas be missing, they be shooting all Willy Wonka and shit, and they be shooting children. No one never bats an eyelash on that shit. No one says nothing about that. That's why I don't understand the Black Lives Matter movement. It matters when it supports your agenda. What agenda is that? I don't know what it is. I don't know what the agenda. The whole shit makes no sense to me. It makes no sense. You want to change something? Contact the legislators, people who draw up laws. Work with them. That's what I do when I don't agree with something. I contact a legislator and I talk with them, like I'm doing right now about the DMV surcharge, where they surcharge you 3 years even after you go to jail, do your time, pay your court fine, pay your DMV fine, then DMV charges you 3 years surcharges, 3 years of surcharges of like $300 to $500. And that doesn't make sense. So I'm contacting the legislator. We're working to fix that. You heard? That's how you fix a problem with law. I'm not gonna go out and throw a brick through my neighbor's window because I'm mad that I gotta pay fucking surcharges. My surcharge is paid, by the way. It's already gone. But it's just for people that's not able to pay that shit. I just didn't agree with it when I was paying it. I just didn't agree with it. But I paid it. But I'm not gonna go and stab my neighbor's tires and be like, fix these charges, fix these surcharges. That's not gonna do shit. That does nothing but fuck up the people I'm trying to fight for. People who pay these surcharges. See what I'm saying? It don't make no sense. Defund the police. Number one killer of a black man is a black man. If you defund the police, how they gonna have adequate response to the threat? If they're defunded, they don't got the materials, the cars. Somebody barricades themselves in their house and wants to murder their wife. Oh, domestic violence, send a social worker. Okay, good. Now the social worker can die too along with the wife. You understand what I'm saying? It don't make no sense to defund the police. They really should be more funded. More training. They definitely need more training. Better, more less than lethal equipment. Counseling every quarter. Every quarterly counseling to see if they're mentally stable to keep doing their job. Teaching in restricted combat, like what is it, Taekwondo. You know what I'm saying? How to restrict a person's body without having to resort to kneeling on the neck. There's certain combats that deal with that. Pressure points and shit like that. Teach them better ways to fight. Don't allow fat police officers. There's no fat people in the military. We hold the military to a high standard. Police should be held to just as high of a standard because they have guns. I think anybody who you give a gun to and the right to kill should not be sloppily fat. Because if I'm fat and and somebody wants to fight me, I'm gonna get winded. I'm saying fuck that. I'm pulling out my gun. I'm gonna shoot them. Because I'm not fighting if I'm out of shape. I'm not chasing you if I'm out of shape. I'm shooting you. The George Floyd death. That nigga was out of shape. He ain't know Taekwondo, you know what I'm saying, how to bend him up like a pretzel, you know what I'm saying? He kneeled his fat ass on his neck, sloppy body on his neck, and suffocated him. Oh yeah, he kneeled his sloppy ass body on his neck and suffocated him. Cause he don't know how to fight. They need to be more funded. They need to be better funded, better trained. Defunding is not going to do nothing but hurt the people. Less police officers, 911 call gets called out. You might be at the bottom of the barrel. Have my boyfriends beat me up. Yeah, we got 3 shootings going on right now. You at the back of the list. You're going to have to wait 20, 30 minutes. 30 minutes later, your ass head is bashed in, skull bashed in, dead. I think all police have bulletproof vehicles. That just makes sense. I think all police cars should be bulletproof. So if the nigga pull a gun out of you, the first thing you don't do is draw your weapon and shoot through your windshield. The fuck? They be able to take cover hot and get in their vehicle and just be like, well, wait for backup, something like. But defunding is the most is not smart. And if somebody knows better than me, I'm willing to talk and listen. You comment below, I will listen and just make it make sense to me. That's all. Make it make sense. I am all for logic. I'm all for logic. I am all for logic. Make something make logistical sense to me. Logistical? You know the word. Make it make sense to me. I'm not good with words. Y'all can already see that in my video. But I make sense when I talk. That's what I think I do. But somebody could explain to me differently why defunding the police would be a good thing. Like the reasons. Like the real reasons. Like how would it change? Because if they defund it, then they're not going to hire quality candidates. Their training is not going to be as intense. It's going to be less intense because they can't afford it. So they're going to be worsely trained officers. Instead of betterly trained, we need to put them to a higher standard. You know what I'm saying? Make them get college educations. That fucking police training that they get for less than a year is not it. Make it something more rigorous. I think you gotta hold them at the standard that we hold the military. We don't send no sloppy fat people out there in the battlefield to go fight for America. We don't do that. We shouldn't do it with the police either. So defund the police doesn't make sense. Black Lives Matter, not making sense. When they say, oh, the majority of us was peaceful. Okay, then why don't y'all majority stop the people from destroying the community? That was your chance right there to prove Black Lives Matter. That was your chance right there to protect that black community from being destroyed. Protect that black woman's shop from being vandalized. That was your chance right there to make sure Black Lives Matter. And y'all failed. Y'all sat there, y'all watched, y'all recorded. That's all that happened. Nobody went and stopped them. Y'all just want to march in the streets and screaming Black Lives Matter, stopping traffic. How the fuck is marching on a highway getting your point across? You're hurting the people that y'all trying to protest for. I'm black. I'm on a highway. I'm trying to go home. Y'all blocking. I'm trying to go to work. Y'all blocking the highway, stopping my money, stopping the way I feed my family. Y'all hurt. Y'all starving my family. They're taking money out their mouths. Fuck. These groups, they don't care about nobody but themselves. I swear it don't make sense. There's ways to do things and there's ways to not. And this is not it, Captain. Not it. This is not it. Somebody, and I want to go back and forth, have a compelling argument with somebody, because please, I don't go out much. I stay inside. I go to work and go home, run my little business on the side, do my little stores, do my little auctions. But that's all I do. But somebody, like, I just need a real good dialogue. See who can, if I make sense, then cool. Just give me a like. If I don't, drop something in the comments, tell me why I'm wrong. I'll wait. And no, I'm not a Trump supporter. I'm not saying this on a Trump supporter point of view. I'm not even a Biden supporter. I'm a nobody supporter. And here's my next topic. Joe Biden, when he kneeled for George Floyd, he all of them people in the fucking the little whatever the fuck building, the Capitol Hill building, whatever the building they were in, they kneeled and they adorned African garments draped down their sides. You know, African garments. They kneeled in solidarity, and you know, as a, like, you know, a little moment. Here's what don't make sense to me. George Floyd was not African. He never did African things. He did not eat African food. Why the fuck you got African garments hanging off your body? He was American. George Floyd was an American. He was a black American. He was not African. Why was his African garments draped? That's the goofiest shit. That's the most goofiest shit in the world. Putting African shit on your African garments on your body in order to show respect for George Floyd when the man was nowhere near African. We're black. We're Americans. We're black Americans, people. Just like when you breed a dog a couple times and it changes the dog. Like the bulldog used to be a fighting dog back in England. You know what I'm saying? Then we bred it to a little small, little chunky dog. We're different dogs now. We're Americans. We got to accept that. That's a hard pill. We're American now. We got bred differently. Literally, us black Americans got bred. Like the weak ones, they got killed. You know, see what I'm saying? The foreign babies, they got killed. Slow kids got killed. We got bred. We're gonna breed this one with this one with that one. We didn't choose we rarely choose who we was with. We got bred. They matched us up and like to make the perfect slave. So we're not Africans anymore. We're far from Africans anymore. We're not far from it, but we're not Africans. So I don't know why he had them African garments. It didn't make sense. The whole shit don't make sense. African garments? Why? Makes no sense. But yeah, that was my talking points. Black Lives Matter destroyed the black community. Joe Biden's a retard. And that's it.